Oh, hello there RPG crafters. This is part 2 to my Elemental Turbine Trap video. If you haven't seen part 1, be sure to see that first. Otherwise, let's go. So you can see the setup now that I have arranged here. It's pretty big, and basically the floor, which would actually be a table in the situation where you're setting up to play, the whole table will represent a water-filled cavern. Now, each one of these pillars is actually about 40 to 50 feet high. Some of them are a little bit higher, maybe 50 to 55 feet, maybe 60 feet. That center one is probably 60 feet high. And the players are going to have to figure out how to get to each one as they move through this puzzle. So down in the water are going to be a swarming number of water elementals. Not necessarily very powerful, but lots of them. And they're going to be splashing around and slamming, surging into the stone and trying to surge up the stone to get at the players, because they really don't like the players at all. And they just want to play, and their idea of fun is if one of the players tries to jump onto a rock and fails and falls into the water. Now the players will probably take a little bit of damage falling because it is 40 feet, and when you hit water at that distance, you're going to take some damage, although it's not going to be like stone exactly. But then, of course, they're going to have to deal with all the water elementals who are going to try to drown them, or as they like to say, play with them. So you can see the setup is pretty complicated, but, well, it's not that complicated. But these are the positions. Essentially, we have basic stone pillars all around. We've got the stairwell in this center 3 right here. We've got the unusual cross-shaped pillar with the metal cross-shaped item. And then we've got these two kind of, well, we're not sure exactly what they are. Players will find out later on as they move along. Now there's only one other thing that they have to contend with. I mean, just by figuring out what they have to do and all those dangerous water elementals down there, there's one other thing that they have to deal with. Elementals. Now the lava elementals start in these positions. As you can see, they're big brutes and they're burning hot. And they can make the jump to other rocks as well. And, if it was a normal situation and the players came out and the lava elementals decided to just go to town on them, then they'd be in a lot of trouble. So there's one there at the base of the configuration, and there's one here back behind. Now, they might be able to perceive that there's another lava elemental behind this larger pillar, but it's going to be difficult with all the noise from the water elementals, but they might notice the glow from the fiery licks and smoke that's coming out on the other side. So if they get an idea from this guy that there's one there, they might figure out that there's another one there, or they might be in for a surprise. In any case, the configuration of the trap is important, and it has to do with how the lava elementals can move. The lava elementals, unfortunately for them, cannot just jump across to any pillar that they wish. They have to obey certain rules, and those rules need to be figured out by the player characters. For the final part of this Elemental Turbine Trap video series, please see part 3 that is coming right up. And thanks again for watching and liking this video.